Hey, Joel Anderson here. I just wanted to stop by for a few minutes and tell you some things that I learned about how not to operate. I'll give you a good example of this. I was called in to help a fella. He was building a company, big erection type company, and nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. He's got about a dozen employees. He probably does a few million a year. And I found out that the whole company is inside his head. So it's very difficult to get people to help him. I found out that he had a job to go on, and it was kind of an emergency job. And he tells the guy the day before they're supposed to leave what equipment to have, what to buy as far as supplies and materials go, what the actual job was, but didn't even get that right. It was actually twice as much as the fella that was going to run the field actually got told. So it was quite a surprise when the guy got there. But they had set this job up about 2 weeks in advance, and he waited until the last day to get everything. So it was a lot of jumping through hoops. It was a lot of pulling equipment from different places around the state because he didn't reserve it early enough. Consequently, he paid more money. So it affected the bottom line. And you can't operate like that. I had a guy that worked for me, and he told me one day, I used to throw the plans at him and say, here you go do this job, and review the plans with him. This was many, many years ago. Review the plans with him a little bit and say, all right, handle it. And we used to get into a little bit of an argument, a little bit of the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing, and that sort of thing. And he came up to me one day and he pointed at the side of my head and he goes, I can't do it if it's all in your head. You got to take it out of your head and you got to write it down, or you got to tell me or something. But if it's only in your head, I can't do the job. And he is 100% right. And when he told me that, this little light bulb went off. And I was like, oh, this guy is right. Well, he went on to work for me for many, many years, became a very successful field superintendent, and this guy could make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Why? Because he knew what the score was. He knew what the product was supposed to be at the end. He knew how to take the steps to get there. He knew what resources he needed, where he had to get them from, all the material to fabricate. But when it was in my head, he did not. And that includes scheduling, rental equipment, all this kind of stuff. So the way not to operate is to try to do it all yourself. Because I'm well aware that you can do any of it. But as you go and grow your company, you can't do all of it. I know, I've been in that position. So you have to find dedicated people that will take the bull by the horns and ride that sucker all the way through whatever terrain they encounter. And the moral of the story here is don't try to do it all yourself, because you're not going to do it. My name is Joel Anderson. I'm the author of the book, The Nuts and Bolts of Erecting a Contracting Empire. We have a workbook and owner's manual that teaches you how to implement some basic principles and practices into your business to make it so everything flows like a fine Swiss watch. It actually becomes the owner's manual for your company when you complete it. We have an online course, which is pretty cheap. It's $99 right now. It's about a $342 value. I give away a half hour free coaching session to help you through the book. I also give you the workbook and owner's manual. So put my knowledge to work for you so that you don't have to go through all the bumps and scrapes and lawsuits and everything else that I did. I'm here to help you. You can contact me at 727-210-1200 or email me at Joel, Joel, at nutsandboltscontracting.com. Happy to talk to you. See you again soon.